It's the time to get down.
Was bumping it. That track you came in, wow, all of that you can get free, and we want you to have it free because, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we become part of the revolution. This is the way we get you to hear more indie artists. We're encouraging indie artists, take one track or take one or two tracks from their group, put it out there, try to get known, try to go viral. And that's why we're trying to bring you these tracks, because I think that after you all hear some of the stuff that I'm bumping, you're going to go viral. It's going to go viral.
You might not want to go back and spend that $22.99 at the Walmart.
Listen, I was so blown away, you guys.
Major artist.
I spent like 2 hours listening, and I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, but I downloaded like 50 tracks, 50, 60 tracks. All of that quality. So wait till you hear, all right? But we're going to get into more of that today, and we're going to save the news segment for the second part. As I said, nowadays, which is what you put on your sandwich. Nowadays. Yeah, like mom and them. So we said we're going to do, it's morning coffee. Where is that?
There it is.
Morning coffee, music, and news. And I think today we're going to do it exactly in that order. First of all, we take a sip.
You're wrong.
Oh, honey, this is different. Some days it's better.
I spiked it because you're getting on my nerves.
You left your finger in it. You left your finger. No, that's right. Sometimes you can't trust them. I just tell you, if you ain't married to them, don't eat their food. If you ain't married to them, don't eat their food. Don't eat their food. You never know. Put that voodoo. Put that some of that.
I'll put that juju on your ass.
Some mojo. So Danny, now tell us.
You're gonna give me all your money. Okay.
Well, you guys take a look here at our monitor, as you can see. Take a look here at the monitor, you guys. And there we have our special guest, Kristen Perry Commodore. Danny, come on, tell us about our guest. And everybody, welcome to the studio.
Yeah.
Kristen Perry Commodore, everybody.
Well, I have to say, you know how you can just, I guess when we're online, you don't really get a chance to see people. You see a picture of them.
Depends what site you use. Depends what site you use.
Well, let's put it this way.
I get to see them.
When you're out and about on, I'm just saying, when you're online, sometimes you don't get to get a real feel for the person when you're not in front. When you're not in front of them.
I'm feeling something else.
Anyway.
I got you though.
Anyway, I was online one day. I've been seeing Kristen's picture just popping up in different places, and I'm not sure exactly if I reached out to her, if she reached out to me, but we did reach out to become friends on Facebook. That's how it happened. I started listening to some of her stuff, and I'm like, yikes. I went to her MySpace. I'm like, well, this is damn good. And I sent her a note. And then one day I'm at home, and she's like, Danielle, can you come to see my show? I'm going to be at Vivento y Cafe. Iagua. Okay, it was a coffee shop in Long Beach. Wonderful, wonderful spot. And she sent me the invitation, and I went with a friend of mine, Darlene, and our mouths were open. They were performing at this coffee shop. We had great coffee, and we got a chance to listen and feel and experience Kristen Perry Commodore. And that's how it all began, in my friendship with her and my appreciation for what she does as an indie artist. That's why I wanted to bring her to our viewers on Pack Stereo, because our viewers like indie music. They support indie music. And I felt this particular artist was very, to me, I think would touch their souls. And because she touched mine. The words that she had in her lyrics for her music, the way she plays, she's a musician. She's a solid musician. She's a solid vocalist. She's a solid songwriter. So
wow, okay.
And of course I have to say, we share a common heritage. We are of Cape Verdean heritage and culture.
Now, while you're scrambling for the encyclopedia, those of you of our age, those young folks are quickly going along. Tell them a little bit about that. cultural.
Yes. Cape Verde
Connection.
is a group of islands, a group of 12 islands that are off the coast of West Africa. They were a Portuguese colony until 1975, when they gained their own independence through a massive revolution, along with a lot of the African nations of that time that were trying to break away from the Portuguese, the British, and the Spanish colonies. They all kind of band together and regained their independence away from and got away from being a colonized country. So Cape Verde is now probably about maybe 30. About 30 some odd years old right now, I should say, as far as an independent nation. But they try to tell us in our history that Cape Verde was discovered by the Portuguese. Cape Verde has always been there. The Moors were there before the Cape Verdeans. The Arabs were there before, the Moors were there before the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Italian, the British, the Jewish people that came there, and the Dutch, of course, as well, too. There were people there before.
And they all left there.
Colonized.
A whole bunch of them left there and came to the United States.
Yes.
and settled in Rhode Island.
And Massachusetts,
And
the
Massachusetts,
New England area.
so
They came here as whalers.
that wonderful
Yes.
accent. No, she's not from Australia.
So now they are at non-colonialized islands?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They went back to being free.
Cool.
All right. So now, Kristen, nice to meet you. So tell us about your music. Tell us a little bit about how you got started and about your music.
I actually got started 2 weeks after my father died in 2002. I was asked to write the eulogy for my father's funeral, and 2 weeks after he died, I wrote this song called Sunny September Rain, and it's the first song I ever wrote, and it's about how I watched my father die, and I thought that I had something special. I had never written a song before, so I took the song to one of my mentors, Tiny Tavares, of the disco band Tavares.
Yeah.
And
The R&B.
Yep. And
Tavares,
R&B.
yes.
And he basically just said, "Love, this is fantastic. Hollywood's gonna come knocking on your door." So I took that.
Knock,
and knock knock. Here I am. And I've been writing songs ever since. I've written probably over 400 songs.
Wow. Now you play an instrument, or you do? Now what is it? You're a lyricist, obviously.
I'm a lyricist. I'm a vocalist. I play guitar now, and I grew up playing the trombone.
Okay. Now you brought a friend with you here today. Tell us about your friend here today.
I
I'd like
did.
to give all the artists some pimp this video.
I did. This is Rod Castro. He's my guitarist, and he's also my executive producer of my album Misguided Dignity. And he's also part of Candyman 187 and the Have-Nots. And he works on multiple projects. He's also part of a band called No More Idols. And he's been a phenomenal asset to my band, a wonderful musician, and a wonderful friend.
Kristen, I have to say, when I saw you at the coffee shop, when you and Rod and the other band members performed, I looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, geez, I was like, how did she put a band together like this? We're in a coffee shop, and you guys were seriously rocking it. So I went over to Brian, your manager, and I'm like, Brian, where'd you find her musicians? And I need you to tell the audience where you found the musicians.
I found
Rod.
I found my musicians on Craigslist. I decided to
Hey,
put an ad up.
I'm hearing
and
that more and more. I'm hearing that a lot, actually.
Yeah. And I decided to interview several different musicians, drummers, bass players, guitarists, even some vocalists to assist me. And we made a really good connection with my band. And Rod's brother, Jose Castro, is also my bass player.
Incredible
Wow.
bass player. Incredible. Kristen, do me a favor, because what it is, you're a little too close to the mic, and it's kind of covering your face. I need you to just just kind of relax, and the mic will pick you up.